Search KRA portal on your web browser and you'll be directed to this page, and put your number there, which is A00 something. You'll then be directed to a page where you'll have to put your password. I would advise that you reset your password, and the reset password will be sent to your email, which you will use to log in. Once you've logged in, there's an icon written returns. Click that icon. If you earned zero income or between the range of 0 to 24,000 shillings per month for the whole of last year for 12 months, then click file nil return. But if there's any month where you earned more than 24,000 shillings per month for last year, even if it's 3 months, you earned for 6 months, it doesn't really matter. Then click ITR for employment income only. Next, you'll be taken to this page where you will have to select income tax for resident individual. This means that you are a Kenyan resident and that's why you're filing your returns. And if you're a non-resident, then you'll just have to click income tax non-resident individual. You will then be directed to this page where you'll have to enter the return period, and you're filing your returns from January 1st last year to 31st December last year. In this next page, you will be taken to section A where you will have to enter the details. The return period and your tax PIN are automatically auto-populated, and you'll be required to answer questions such as, do you have a mortgage? Does your employer provide you with a car? So fill those out. Then if you have a life insurance policy, let's say you have an education policy in one of these insurance companies like Preterm, CIC Insurance, then you'll be required to answer yes. And a new section will pop up where you'll be required to enter the life insurance number, the KRA PIN for the life insurance company that you've taken your insurance with. And if you have disability, then you'll be required to also enter the details of your tax exemption certificate and all that. After you filled out the details, select Save Interim, then you'll be taken to the next section. In section F, you will have to enter the KRA PIN of your employer. Save, because all the information will be auto-populated. You don't have to calculate the gross pay. You will then be taken to section M where all the information regarding the KRA PIN of the employer will auto-populate all the information regarding the taxes and the taxable income that was submitted by them. Please note that if you had two employers last year, you'd have to enter the KRA PIN for the second employer on the section written PIN of the employer. Then you'll select Add. The information regarding the taxable income that was submitted by the employer will also auto-populate. And instead of having one row, as you can see, there will be two rows for the two employers down there. Then click Interim Save and you'll be taken to section Q. In this section, if you have never paid any taxes in advance, you just click next. Most of the time, you just have to click next because you've probably not paid in advance. But if you have, enter the payment registration number that you used to pay out the advance tax. In section T, there are two places where you have to manually enter an amount. The first one is the defined pension contribution. This is the amount that was paid to NSSF. Let's assume you worked for 7 months last year, in that you were employed for 7 months, the whole of last year. Then the contribution that was paid to NSSF was 400. So you have to take 400 shillings times 7 months. Then you have to put that amount there because that was the amount that was submitted to NSSF. On the other hand, if your contribution was 2160, in that you submitted 1080 and your employer remitted 1080, that is 2160, and you work, let's say, for 9 months, then you have to take 2160 times 9 months and put that amount there. The second place where you have to manually enter a figure is personal relief. This is the amount of tax that you're supposed to pay, but the government relieves you of it. It's usually a flat rate of 2,400 shillings. And if you worked or if you're eligible to pay taxes for 7 months, then you have to take 2,400 shillings times 7 and you put the figure there. If you worked for the whole year in that your income was taxable above 24,000 shillings and you worked for 12 months last year, then you have to take 2,400 shillings times 12 months and put the figure there. Once you've done that, you'll have to look at the final figure on that table under tax due or refund due. If the amount is a negative, like in this case, it means KRA owe you money. So you don't have to pay them anything. But if the figure is a positive, it means you owe them and you have to pay them. For our case, the figure is a negative, and so once you hit submit, you'll be redirected to another page where you'll be prompted to enter your bank details. After that, you will click submit and you'll be prompted to download your returns receipt. You have successfully filed your tax returns. If the figure was positive, as I alluded earlier, then that means you owe KRA money and the details of the bank will not show up. Instead, you'll be taken to this similar page where you'll have to download your returns receipt and there'll be an icon showing payment. You'll have to click the payment icon. Once you do that, you'll be directed to this page where you will have to click the blue button under liability details and then select add. If the amount was 500 shillings, then 500 will show up there. And once you click add, it will show up on the payment details. Then how do you want to pay? Select other payment modes, then click submit. There will be a pop-up message asking you to download PRN. PRN is a PDF that will allow you to make payment. In that PRN PDF file, there will be bank details that you'll use to make the payment. There'll also be a pay bill option. So you'll just have to make payment against the PRN and the amount will reflect in your portal immediately. Cheers!